Hey there, Cherie here from Cherie's Alchemy. I'm excited to be here today to share with you guys some of my upcoming sewing plans, as well as a little fabric haul, a pattern haul, and a haul from my stash. That's right, I shop my stash. So let me start by first of all thanking you guys for all the likes and support on my very first sew along. I'm so excited that I finally went on and released that sew along video for the Willow cardigan from Mood Fabrics. I sat on it for a little bit, as I told you in that video, because I was just like overly critiquing everything. But I'm excited to have finally shared that. I'm excited that some of you plan to make it, and I look forward to actually doing more sew-alongs for you guys soon. You actually inspired me to rearrange my sewing room a bit so that I can create a better space to put up better lighting and the tripod to get better angles on the for the camera when videotaping me sewing. And in the midst of rearranging, I decided that I needed to move one of the shelves that I store my fabric on. And that's actually what inspired me to shop my stash and to use some of these items that I've had for a while in some of my upcoming sewing projects. In that same vein, I'm actually starting today a no-buy. So what is it, August 9th? August. How did I get all the way to August? So today, April 9th, I'm actually starting a no-buy. I'm gonna try and go 60 days without buying any fabric, any patterns. I should say that I did just win actually over on Instagram a fabric.com gift certificate, but even that, I haven't even gotten it yet, but I'm gonna try and hold on to that through these 60 days, as long as it doesn't have an expiration date on it. I actually won that through the So Happy Color 2021 challenge hosted by Katie over on Instagram. I mentioned that a couple times. I'll pop a picture right here of the dress that I entered that won the gift certificates. And I should mention real quick too, the dress that I'm wearing is one that I whipped up for Blue Week in the So Happy color. So that was like 2 weeks ago. I'll tell you more about this dress pattern. It's one of the new Butterick patterns and I love it. And we'll be making it again and we'll do a review. I'll pop a picture here to show you what it looks like, the full length of it on my mannequin. But that actually, the So Happy color is a big part also that inspired me for the fabrics that I went on and pulled from my stash for my upcoming projects. So I mentioned that I did a red collection, and of course a lot of that stuff mixed and matched, but the primary color that you see when you look at most of those garments is red. And I'm in the middle of the black and white collection. And I still have, I think like maybe 6 or 7 pieces that I need to finish up there. And then I'm gonna move into, and I might sprinkle some of these in while I'm finishing up the black and white collection, I'm not sure. But I don't know, I think maybe because I'm sewing so much black and white, it's like, and then doing this color thing for the last 4 or 5 weeks on Instagram, I'm just like totally in the mood to pull out all my most colorful fabrics to get those sewn up. So anyway, let's get into it. Oh, before I get into the haul, I did also want to mention that I did post my very first Fabricista project for Fabric Mart Fabrics. I posted it on my Instagram account. It's on the Fabric Mart Fabric Instagram account, and it's also on their blog for the Fabricistas. I'll link to those things in the description box below if you want to go and check those out. But my next video, which I hope I should have up on Monday, will show you guys what I made and talk a little bit about the patterns. I love my projects. I love how they turned out. I'm actually going to be wearing one of the outfits that I made, I'm going to be wearing tomorrow for this special event that I have with my son. So yeah, I'm really excited about those projects, and I'll be sharing those with you guys soon. But if you want to get a sneak peek, you can head to my Instagram and see those projects. So, okay, let's get into this little mini haul. I did a little bit of shopping over at Fabric Mart Fabrics because I had to search for the fabric that I'm going to use for my next Fabricista make. And then, of course, you know, I got sucked in to the vortex, to the fabric vortex. But I love, love, love. I mean, look at this color. This is so soft and so gorgeous. This is a 100% rayon challis print. In the background is a watermelon pink. And then it has this green and kind of a soft, creamy white, black, tan, green. It's really lovely. When I bought this, this was the last yard that they had listed, but when I went back, I saw that they had added more yardage, but that's fine. I'm probably gonna make like an Ogden cami, or I'll show you here in this haul. I have another little little topper that doesn't require a lot of fabric. Just an easy like shell throw on thing that I can wear with like linen pants in any of these colors once the weather warms up. So that's my plan with this. This next one, oh, the yellow just sucked me in. I mean, it's like sunshine. This is a polyester crepe. So you can see, you know, it's translucent. So I'll have to have something underneath of this. My intention right now is just to make a flowy summer dress. I have 4 yards of this. And then I'll probably make either, if I can find a good yellow to match, or even like a soft white. I'll probably make a satin slip, or even a, you know, yeah, probably a satin slip, a silk slip to wear underneath of the dress, because this fabric is sheer. But this just is like so happy to me. And then here, this was the fabric that I wanted for my next Fabricista project, but there wasn't enough available for the idea that I have that I want to make. So I went on and got some, and I'll make something else with it. I got what was left, which I think was like 3 yards. But this is a scarf print fabric, and it reminded me of, yeah, it's by panels, so it's not yardage, it's panels. And so this is, yeah, this is also rayon. And wow, look at this. It's so, so nice. It reminds me of one of my favorite designers. I think if you look at it, you can probably guess. And of course, it would be lovely just to cut this scarf panel and make a scarf, but I want to do something else fun. I have a couple of ideas, but I'm going to have to play with this on a mannequin and kind of drape it and see how the print falls. But I just think this is like really, really fun and different. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sewing that up. I love all the colors. And then it has that animal print thrown in there for good measure, and the stripe. So this is going to be fun to play with. I got a couple more pieces in that haul that I'm not going to sew up for now. They were things that were on sale that I'm actually going to be saving for fall. So I'm not going to bother showing those. Next, let me show you the patterns I picked up. So a few of you mentioned in the comments here on YouTube, as well as on my Instagram, that Hobby Lobby had their patterns on sale for 99 cents. I didn't go to the Joann's 99-cent sale because I've bought so many patterns lately. In addition to buying the big 4 patterns, I've bought a ton of PDF patterns that I'll tell you guys about at some point. And then as I'm looking for places to store all these patterns, I'm running across just a gazillion of really phenomenal vintage patterns that I have in my stash. And so it's finally for me reached that point where it's like, I'm completely overwhelmed with patterns. I have it's almost like dizzying in my brain because it's like I want to sew them all and there's not enough time to sew them all. And so I just need to step back, and especially anything that's newly released is still going to be available, you know, over the next several months. I'm sure there'll be some more sales, but I just really wanted to take a break. And then Mimi G released 2 more patterns. I was just like, I guess I'll go ahead and pick up some patterns. So anyway, I didn't get a ton, but I did hit the 99-cent sale, which I think ends tomorrow, Saturday the 10th. Today is Friday the 9th when I'm recording this. So let me just jump in. I got this. These are just great basic pieces to me to use for your woven fabrics. You know, it looks, you know, really basic in this neutral palette, which is fine. But I would probably pull out some of my printed linens and printed cottons and printed chalets and things like that, just to add some fun to this. And I could just see putting together some wonderful basic pieces that you can mix and match with just about anything. This is just a really cute jacket, you know, no fuss, no button jacket to throw on and layer throughout the spring. So I'm definitely looking forward to making that. The size range on this pattern is 8 to 26. And the pants have a finish that wider at the larger size. It has a finished hip measurement of 54 inches, just for your reference there. So this is Simplicity 9271. Quick look at the line drawings. This is just really simple, clean lines. You could just do a ton with that. This one here is a pattern that it includes the women's pattern pieces as well as for the children, which is kind of cute. But I just love these little just cropped, easy, again, beautiful in linens, beautiful in like, you know, sweet cottons. Yeah, beautiful in prints. this is like a garden. This is like a Saturday morning in the garden, kind of lounge around, twiddle around with my feet up on the patio kind of look. And so I'm looking forward to making that. This is Simplicity 9121. Here's the first of Mimi G's newest patterns. This is Simplicity 9268. This one goes from a size 6 to a size 24. Let me see, does it have the hip? The hip range is a 38.5 for the size 6 up to a 55.5 for the size 24. And this is just cute. I mean, it looks great on Mimi. I think these pants are just, I would just make these pants and sit around the house with them in PJs. I mean, I love how she dressed it up with heels. This just screams like vacation to me, you know, in the Bahamas, in Jamaica, looking cute, going out to dinner. So these are the line drawings. It's really super simple, but darling. Simplicity 9268. I went out and picked this one up. This is an older Mimi G. I think this came out last year, but I just love the silhouette on this. I love the look of the dress. I love the look of the romper. I think this is just super elegant as a halter style back. And you know, it's just sassy. I mean, it's just the pockets, the details, this neckline. It's just really lovely. And this is Simplicity 9097. Also size range from 6 to 24. This is made for wovens, cottons, linens, satins, even a satin. You could do like a cute tuxedo look, like black satin with a white satin collar. That would be jazzy. And let's see the hip. The hip on here for the jumpsuit is 54 inches. And then for the dress, for that larger size, for the size 24, just so you know how far up it's gonna go. And for the dress B, that finished garment measurement at the hip is 51.5. Lovely. I went on and picked this one up just because I told you guys I really need to make more pants. I need to master the fit and the tailoring of some pants because I want some really fun, cool printed pants. You know how you go into Anthropologie and they have those like really cute printed denim, printed sateen. I want those kind of pants, but I don't want to pay $200 for them and make them myself. So these look like jeans, right? It has all those typical jean details, but I don't want mine in like a plain denim. Even like in that I got that faux leather from Joann's. And I have to say the one denim I might use, oh, I should have shown you that in this haul. I picked up from Joann's a coated black denim, which is awesome. Like those would be really jazzy jeans to make. So this is Simplicity 9266, size range, a size 10 up to a 28W. And that finished hip on the 28W is 53 inches. Okay? Cute. I love this dress. You know, it's a rare moment that a wrap dress pattern comes out and I don't pick it up. I love this one. This one is made for stretch knit fabrics. I would make all the views. It does have a seam down the back, which I would probably cut that on the folds and not have that seam in the back and put, you know, you can always put darts if you need that little bit of curve at the waist if necessary. But I love this. This is Simplicity 9259. In this, my pattern, oh, I didn't even look at that. Oh, wow. This one goes from a size 18 to 24. That's the size I got. But it looks like this pattern goes all the way up to a 34W. So there must be another size range from a 26W to a 34W on this pattern. Wow. So the finished hip on the 34 is 60 inches. So that's a really generously sized pattern, pretty inclusive. For the size range that I have, the 18 to the 24, that finished hip is from a 44 for the 18 and then a 50 for the 24. Cute. So this is Simplicity 9259. Next up, this one. When I saw this one on Instagram, I was like, I love everything about this dress. I actually love both prints. I mean, both lengths. I love how different it looks, printed versus solid. Like it almost looks like a different dress. Look at the line drawing on the back. You can see it has this kind of like bat wing slant out. And then I'll get up close here so you can see. Like this is what got me. Look at that. I think this is beautiful. And see, when I looked at it, I thought this was like a woven, you know, where it would have like a zipper in the back on the side or something. But this is actually sized for stretch knits. And it looks like you just pull this over your head because the only notions are thread and elastic. So, wow. It's beautiful. I mean, that's a grown woman dress. It's beautiful. So I'm looking forward to make that. And like I said, it's for stretch knits. And this one goes from a size 6 up to a size 24. And then the final one is this here. I'm loving this. I love all the views, but the ones that I'm gonna make first are this longer length with no sleeve and this shorter length, or I might modify that to be a midi length and have the little sleeve, and I would make it long, you know, a long version of the dress with that sleeve on it as well for spring and summer. Now, I mentioned to you guys that I have a gardening channel. So a couple months ago, I started the sewing channel, and then I also started a gardening channel. And for my gardening channel and for my gardening Instagram, which is called At Home with Cherie, though I do think I'm gonna go ahead and change the name. But anyway, when I take my pictures of my harvest and just, you know, doing my video tours and stuff, I want to have a collection of just really lovely, happy dresses and tops that, you know, I'll wear when I make these videos and when I do my pictures. So I have several really fun and beautiful, whimsical fabrics that have fruit on them. I have tons of floral prints, of course, in my stash because, I mean, floral prints are my favorite. And so, yeah, I'll be making this dress like 11 times. And so, and I could even see like making this short into a tunic and doing videos with like the tunic and some leggings on. Yeah. This, I mean, I'm hoping that this is as cute on as it looks like it's going to be, because I will be making this a lot. And when I'm finding, you know, I've been thinking about, you know, my wardrobe and where, you know, what stage I am at right now in like sewing up this handmade wardrobe. I told you I started with making like a lot of basics. I still have some more basic things I need to make. Like I still need to make more loungewear. I need to make more PJs and things like that. I have a lot of great knits to sew up for that kind of stuff and start to replace some of my ready-wear pieces that really, they need to go anyway. You know, I still have some more kind of basic blouses and t-shirts that I want to make just out of fun prints. Yeah, I can buy a t-shirt in the store, but I have specific colors and specific prints that I want to use for those, just, you know, so they're a little bit different. And then I have this like group of like, it's, you know, it's basic, easy to sew, easy to wear, but it's in really great fabrics. And so that's kind of the next stage I want to move into with some of the things I'm going to be making. And most of them are dresses. So, you know, I told you guys that I did that series with the red. And now I'm in the middle of the black and white. And now I'm just moving into color. I mean, doing that color series, that So Happy Color 2021 with Katie. I actually bought her ebook, her color ebook. And I love color. I love mixing color. And that's where I'm going next. And so a lot of these things, they're going to end up being dresses or maybe jackets. And I'm not worried about like outfits, like a top and then finding a, you know, a solid color to match the bottom or anything like that. The dress is the outfit. And I have to say, yeah, okay, I'm planning on sewing a lot of dresses, but honestly, that's what I love to wear when the weather is warm. I love the simplicity. It's almost like a uniform. Like I don't have to think much. It's like you just go into your closet, you take out a hanger with a pretty dress, you throw on some sandals and you're done. Like I'll throw this dress on, I'll put on some lipstick, I'll throw on some slides, and off I go to Trader Joe's. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to be focusing on next. I have a lot of really colorful, really fun printed fabrics that I want to sew up. And yeah, let's just get into that. So you guys, my stash, my personal fabric stash is ridiculous. I've been sewing for a really long time. I used to own a brick and mortar fabric shop, and there are a lot of fabrics that would come in and I'm like, oh, I want to make myself something. So I would buy 3-4 yards and then never get around to making that thing. And then you guys have seen my hauls. Like I buy a lot of fabric. I mean, that's half the fun of having sewing as your hobby is buying, buying pattern and fabrics, right? So anyway, I'm doing two things. As I said, as I start to rearrange my sewing room so that I can better record sew-alongs, I'm really giving an honest look at a lot of the fabrics in my stash. And it's like, you know, you love that 10 years ago. Some of it, I thought I was gonna love it 2 months ago when I got it, and I got it here and it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And I'm filling boxes with that kind of fabric. Some's gonna get donated, some's gonna get, resold, but it's gonna get out of my sewing room because I just don't have the space. I haven't even unpacked everything from my sewing room since we moved in the winter of 2019. So I need to get on that. So this is going to be my first push to really, really sew my stash in 2021. So I'm going to start with this one, which is the only one that's not like a floral or, some lovely print. It's a stripe. But I pulled this one. I have quite a bit of this one. This is from Joann Fabrics. You've probably seen lots of people post with this on Instagram, especially this week for Rainbow Week for So Happy Color. And I've had this, I think for like 2-3 years. I have a lot of yardage. I caught I think they had linen like 70% off or something ridiculous. And I bought probably 6 or 7 yards of this, but it's in like a couple pieces because that's just how it was left on the bolt. But I love all of these colors. And I think this is just gonna be a really lovely and fun to add some color as I'm posing with my cut flower bouquet or my basket of freshly picked produce in my vegetable garden. So that's one. This next one, this is an Anna Maria Horner print. I sell mostly quilters cottons, but I love to use quilters cotton fabrics as well as linens. For my clothing, they're actually my 2 favorite kinds of fabric to sew with, especially in summer, because my preference is natural fabrics. I've been sewing more with the polyesters and the rayons over the last few years because, I've come across sites that sell really high quality versions of those, but my go-to fabrics are things like this, these quilters cottons. They wash beautifully, they're soft, they're breathable. And so my intention with this gorgeousness, this is from Anna Maria Horner's Hindsight collection. I do have this in my Etsy shop into this pink colorway as well as like in this kind of yellowy green colorway, which is also really pretty. And this one is called Ghost Nouveau, I think. Yes, Ghost Nouveau. And I'm planning on just making like a, just like a tunic dress because I don't want to cut up this print too much. I want something that just has like a scoop neck or a V and just have this gorgeous print all the way down, maybe with some side pockets. I pulled 2 patterns that I'm thinking about using to make that dress. And I'm showing you the fabrics. I'm not going to show you the patterns because that's going to be kind of the surprise when I do my reveals on these things. Because several of them, I know exactly which patterns I want to use. Others, I've pulled like 2 or 3 as options and I haven't decided yet. So this will be part 1 of my sewing plans video, right? This next print, this is a linen cotton. I think it's a linen cotton blend. This is from Cotton and Steel. It's a Melody Miller print. And this one is called You Make My Heart Flutter. And it just has these beautiful pink and orange butterflies tossed all over. And I have like 4 yards of this, and I definitely got this at fabric.com if you want to search to see if you can find this. And it's just is going to make a beautiful dress. Look at that. Get up close so you can see the colors. It's just happy. It's just happy. And again, I got this a couple years ago, and it's, I gotta sew this stuff up. This one here, I've had this for a while, and I either got this at Joann Fabrics or the fabric store I used to shop at when I lived in Michigan called Haberman's, which was in Royal Oak, Michigan. And look at this. I pulled this fabric originally to put into the black and white collection that I'm working on. And this still might mix into that collection. We'll see. I'd then put it aside. But look at that. I need to sew this up. It's gorgeous. It's so, so pretty. It screams summer, right? And this is also like a linen cotton blend fabric. I've even already washed that. I washed it because I was going to make something with it and I never even made it. This fabric I've had forever. This was one of the first fabrics I bought when I first started my fabric shop / I used to also make little girls' clothes, and I sold them to this local boutique where I lived in Saratoga Springs, New York. And so I would just make up stuff and I would go meet the buyer and she would buy it and then sell it in this, it was actually a boutique that I used to shop at for my daughter. And then there was like a baby store. I used to do like a lot of baby blankets and stuff like that. But anyway, this was a print where the sample that I made, she preferred it in the other colorway. And so I ended up buying this, several yards of this because I wanted to make, I don't know if I was planning on making something for myself or my daughter. I don't know, but it's just been sitting and I've never used it. And I had put some aside to put up in my Etsy store. And I'm like, you know what? I need to go ahead and use that piece that I bought for myself. And see, this will tell you, this was one of the first orders that I placed. It was with Alexander Henry back then when I first opened. And so this is called Mocha, M-O-C-C-A. And like I said, I bought this in several colorways. And this was from 2005. So, and I bought this like when it was released. So I've had this for a good while and I love this fabric. I have a lot of 2005, 2006 Alexander Henry prints, Amy Butler prints. Amy Butler's first fabric collection was also in that first order that I placed back then. And I still have, I had reserved yardage from all of those prints and I still have those. They're just gems. But anyway, here's another one that I've had for a while. And by the way, that was 100% quilter's cotton, that Alexander Henry fabric. This is another 100% cotton fabric. And I bought this either 14 or 15 years ago. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe 13 or 14 years ago. I can't remember. We were living in Germany, so it's been a while. And so this is an Orlily print. And I used to drive to Holland. We used to grocery shop in Holland. And then you would stumble upon these like outdoor fabric markets. And they would have these like Orlily reprints. Or like the leftover. You know how here in the US we have like dead stock from designer fabrics. Well, you could find dead stock fabric from Orlily. And this was one of the prints that I picked up with the intention probably, and I don't think I ever made anything for my daughter with this, but that's probably what I picked it up to make something for her and me, and I never did. And so I'm gonna sew this up, and I already know which dress I'm gonna make with this one. I can't wait. Look at the colors. It's so fun. Yeah, it's borderline childish, but I don't even really care. So what's this Alexander Henry print? I mean, it's a little childish, but so I'm gonna wear it. This next one, I think I got this at Fabric Mart Fabric. If I didn't, then this was from Mood. I cannot remember which site I bought this from. Because of the amount that I have here, I think I got this from Fabric Mart Fabric because it was probably a ridiculous price, and that's why I got like 6 or 8 yards of it. But look at these colors. This makes me so happy. Look at. Hello. It's so soft. It's like a cotton shirting weight, like not thick like a sateen, but it has like a really crisp hand. Beautiful. It's like some kind of shirt dress, maybe with ruffles. I don't know. I have a lot of this to play with, and I love it. And I feel like let me see. It's Fabric Mart Fabric. Because Fabric Mart Fabric always puts these stickers on there. And look I found the sticker. So yeah, I got 6 yards of it because it was $4.55 a yard. And it says, it's a stretch poplin. It's a stretch poplin. So it's cotton, lycra, stretch poplin. It's beautiful. Here's another gorgeous, gorgeous print. This one is from Joann Fabrics. And I mean, this just looks like a painting. Look at that. It's so beautiful. This is one of the ones that I'm definitely probably gonna make a jacket with. I feel like this would make a really funky pair of pants. Like, remember how I was saying I wanted to make jeans, but imprinted? Like, that could be kind of funky too, but I don't know, my lower half, that might be a bit much. So probably I'll do a jacket. We'll see. But I love that. That's a cotton sateen. And I got that several years ago, maybe even 5-6 years ago from Joann's, I can't remember. Here's another cotton and steel print. This one has palm trees on it. And this one is from the Poolside collection, I think. Yep, Poolside. Poolside, cotton and steel. Definitely got this on fabric.com. Palm trees. I think I have this in the blue palm trees too. Look at how beautiful it is. Love this. This is a cotton linen blend. So, so pretty. And then the final piece is this one here. Now this is a thicker linen, almost like a canvasy weight. But look at the colors. So this will be some kind of dress that probably like buttons up the front, you know, because it's not going to have a lot of like drape or anything like that. Like, it's pretty. I mean, this could be like a really fun, funky, like Bowden-esque jacket as well. I'm not sure. But I have lots of it. And this was also from fabric.com. Also a cotton and steel print. This one is called From the Beauty Shop collection. So yeah, this is the fabric that I pulled from my stash to start this next round of sewing, which, as you can see, is all about color, all about print, all about fun, all about having some lovely things to take pictures and to film videos in my garden. Yeah. And so that's all I have to share with you guys today. I'll be back in a day or two to drop my video on my first Fabricista make. I made 3 items and then styled the pieces with a couple of other handmade things from my wardrobe. So I look forward to sharing that with you guys because I absolutely love those projects. I'll be back with a review of this dress pattern. What else do I have? Oh, and then I have a couple more reviews that are going to be coming of things that I think you guys might like to make to add to your spring wardrobe. So I want to get those out to you. Anything else? No, just, you know, like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you don't miss anything. I thank you again for the support on my first sew along. You know, I'm going to be making that willow cardigan again, and then that Evie top from Style Arc Patterns that I styled, that I made to match that willow cardigan. I'm in love with that pattern, so I actually have 3 of those cut out. It's just a great basic staple. I mean, I would sleep in those. This is just like you just throw it on with anything, right? So comfortable, so easy to make, and a really well drafted pattern. So I really love that. I think once I get those other ones sewn up, I'll do a little short review of that to share. And then yeah, I'll be back with some sew-alongs as soon as I finish getting the sewing room rearranged and get the lighting all figured out, so I can bring you some more quality sew-alongs. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here soon. Remember to look at the description box for anything that I said I would link. I'll link the So Happy Color 2021. I'll link Katie's color video if you're interested in, you know, exploring color more as well. Yeah, and if you have any questions, if you want SKUs or any more details about any of these fabrics, just leave a comment, and I'll try to share those as well if there's any interest there, okay? All right, well, you guys have a great evening, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.